Take us behind the behind the velvet curtain. What do you think's really happening here?
I think there are actually a lot of discussions underway, and it's hard to know whether there'll be an outcome soon or not. From the Democratic point of view, they're assured of not being any worse political configuration after the January 5th election. I'm pretty cautiously optimistic we'll hold those two Georgia Senate seats, but that only leaves us in the same position we're in now. So not a big incentive either way, although, as I say, the Democrats might be hoping for a configuration that's more beneficial for them. Look, I think the important thing to remember is we're in a very, very different position in our economy today than we were back in March, April. I've been hearing since at least August that we had to pass another big stimulus bill immediately or the economy was going to collapse. That clearly was wrong. But having said that, we've still got a ways to go. I think there are some things that we could do constructively, but it should be much more narrowly targeted. It should be smaller in scale, and it should go after what are the remaining serious problems in our economy. Very, very different from where we were back in March and April.
Well, so Senator, just walk us through what you think that looks like. And the reason I ask is you've been more vocal about not needing a stimulus than others have. There was, and you were part of it, the hearing with the chairman of the Federal Reserve, who has a view that stimulus is remarkably necessary more than ever right now. Explain how your view is different than his view.
Well, I'm just looking at the data. I think you guys just finished doing a report about how extraordinary the housing market is. Manufacturing has been absolutely terrific. All financial market indicators are that we are we've got a very, very bright future ahead. Unemployment is much lower, right? We were told we'd be lucky if we could get the unemployment rate below 10% by the end of the year. We were at 6.9 at the end of October.
What do you think Jay Powell is looking at that you're not? Or do you see what I'm saying? I mean, he's a smart guy. You're a smart guy.
I have a lot of respect for Jay Powell. I think very highly of him. But central bankers tend to be extremely risk averse, right? And he also would have preferred to keep the 13.3 lending facilities. I don't think that was a good idea. So we're not going to agree on everything. We don't have to. I do think there are some specific things that fit into this category I'm describing as the narrow items that are still necessary. We've still got a very high unemployment rate and a real challenge for a number of folks. So the expanded eligibility of unemployment benefits insurance, I think, should be expanded. We have categories of businesses that are still in a world of hurt, right? Unlike, say, the manufacturing sector, which by and large generally has come back strongly, parts of the service sector certainly have not, especially hospitality, travel, entertainment. So some kind of expanded new PPP program, I shouldn't say new, really, a PPP program that's designed for those businesses that were really seriously adversely affected. I think you can make a case for some funds for school districts that have had to spend a lot of money to accommodate their new circumstances. So I'm acknowledging, Andrew, there's a few things. And by the way, I think Democrats agree on those things. We would have broad agreement on a pretty significant list. We could get that done. And what the question is whether the Democrats will agree to do that or whether they will hold out for all the things that they know we don't agree on.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.